Coach Tim Brown, author of the book Uncommon Athletes, and I'm blessed today to have with me Cameron Hart. Cameron's a good guy. Long time I've known Cameron. He was in 6th, 7th grade, and it's been a blessing to watch him develop and mature into the young man and athlete he is today. Go ahead, Cameron. Introduce yourself to the audience.
How's it going? My name is Cameron Hart. I am a Eastern Michigan University track and field alumni and current, semi-professional long jumper.
Okay, good stuff, good stuff. So, Cam, let's go back. Like I said, we met in 6th, 7th grade, and I know you kind of attended our Fellowship of Christian Athletes summer camps. Started out as a young camper and then developed into one of our better Huddle leaders during camp season. Can you talk about that experience of being a part of FCA and FCA camps?
It really shaped me and it really molded me. It kind of set me on the right path, so to speak. Just, having that environment, that godly touch, as well as focusing on athletics, but, putting kind of a spin onto it. And I was just extremely grateful to be able to give back and, be put in that position of being a trusted Huddle leader and, being trusted with, people's children and kind of their spiritual journey, so to speak.
Yeah. Give me your favorite memory of camp. First off, being a camper and then being a Huddle leader.
Being a camper. I think my favorite memory probably is, I think we were doing basketball drills and it was like a pump fake and then a little drive. And then I think I was in like 8th grade at the time and rim was 10 feet and I just dunked and pulled it down by accident.
Oh, I remember that. Trust me, I remember that. I came running out there like, whoa, what's going on? I remember that well.
It was a good day.
Oh, yeah, that was a good day. Was that your first dunk?
I don't think so. Think so.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But, and then being a Huddle leader, honestly, some of my favorite memories was just Huddle time and really just connecting with the kids, kind of gauging where they were at, seeing, what areas I could help them in and, seeing that because some of those kids have taught me stuff, about my spiritual journey and about my walk as well.
Mm-hmm. No, that's good. That's good. I as we transition into high school, I know you started out as a basketball player, wanted to be a great basketball player. Your dad played college basketball, and I know you being tall and, like you said, being able to dunk in 8th, 9th grade, so people think, wow, this guy's got a shot, being a basketball player. So how was that adjustment? Because you ended up going into track and actually being a state champion long jumper in Ohio. How did that adjustment happen? And what was that like for you?
Well, I actually, funny enough, I used track. I thought about track at first as getting faster for basketball. And then, basketball just, it just wasn't going my way. To say it plainly, just wasn't really going my way with, just particulars and details and things like that. But making that transition, I'd always intended to run track. All 4 years of high school, regardless of, anything. And that was, as a 15-year-old kid at that time, that was making the transition to stop playing basketball. That was the hardest decision I ever had to make at that time. And I remember vividly just sitting in the car with my mom telling her, like, I don't want to play anymore. And, I thought about, after I made that decision, I really thought about what I wanted to do with track, because every kid that plays basketball wants to go to the NBA at some point in their life, and I just thought about what is the highest level of track and field, and that is the Olympics, World Championships, national championships, things like that. So as I learned more about the sport and about those arenas and those avenues and how to get there, I just locked in and just made that shift and made those my goals.
Good. As I think about that, in the book, uncommon athletes talk about how important preparation is. You know, when you're passionate about something, you'll prepare for it. Can you talk about how important preparation is, especially for these young athletes that are viewing this?
It's paramount. No matter what you do, no matter what sport you play, no matter what you do in life, you have to be prepared. If you're not, you know, sometimes you can wing it. A lot of times you can't. So preparedness is paramount, just because, you know, it breeds success. And it's everything. It really is.
Mm-hmm. That's good. I know from watching your career, and I know it well because I was at a lot of those track meets. I know you started out as a high jumper. Actually, that was your deal. You know, being a high jumper. And how did you end up becoming a state champion in the long jump?
You know, the right jump on the right day. Honestly, you know, a lot of people don't know this, but I never made it to the state meet in high jump. Never did, not one time. Mm-hmm. I made it my sophomore year in long jump. I got fifth that year. I got hurt my junior year, and then my senior year, states in long jump again. And I didn't really notice it until I actually kind of put high jump away for good last year. And long jump for me, just always, even my high school coach said this. He said, long jump for me is where the fun's at. And if you're not having fun, you know, at some level, like what are you doing? And he even said how I am as an athlete, my mentality, how I approach the sport is that of a long jumper. So, and, you know, I was, 14, 15. I wasn't trying to hear that. I was just like, oh, but I can jump high, like, but I see what he was saying now. I really do. I see what he was saying.
Right. So it sounds like you were listening to you were hearing it, but at some point it really clicked. And that's what happens for a lot of young athletes. They'll hear people say certain things. They just kind of blow it off, so to speak. But then that moment comes in time. And speaking of that moment, when did that moment come when you felt like you had the uncommon nerve to think that you can actually get a college scholarship in track?
Well, that came when I will never forget this day. I was a sophomore in high school. It was lunchtime, and someone brought me some mail, and it was a recruiting letter from the University of Detroit Mercy, which, funny enough, I don't live too far from. And I can't remember what it said, but that gave me, the confidence that I needed to, be like, hey, I can really do something with this, and I can really, make an impact on myself. And, my freshman year, my first year ever high jumping, like ever, I jumped 6'5", which for a freshman, that's pretty dang good. I remember I was the number one freshman in the state at that time. And I had broken the school record as a freshman, as well as Bishop Hartley High School high jump record, which I still have, by the way, at 6'8".
Wow, but that letter made all the difference.
It did. It really did.
It gave you that hope to continue on.
Mm-hmm.
In that, let's talk about how important faith has been in your life. I know you have a strong faith and a strong relationship with Jesus Christ. How important has faith been in your life through this journey?
It's kept me grounded. It's kept me sane. It's been that, thing that I can always rely on when everything else may be around me going crazy. Faith is that thing that staying steadfast has been that thing that keeps me together. Mm-hmm. Especially when I got hurt my junior year. What'd I do? I strained my hamstring pretty bad. And to be able to come back from that and win a state title a year later, faith was a huge part in that. In my collegiate journey as well, when things were going my way and things weren't going my way, it's always been there, and it always will continue to be there.
Yeah, we know how important that is, throughout life. And I know you have a praying mother and family and dad and those who are poured into your life and planted those good seeds. And it's just a blessing to see those seeds come to fruition. Talk about how you are taking some young guys under your team. I know you were doing some coaching or whatnot. How's that going for you?
It's going well. It's going well. I really enjoy it. It's a blessing to be able to, be, again, like the transition from being an FCA camper to a Huddle leader. It's a blessing to be able to be in that position and to give back to an institution or to a, place that's given so much to me. It's just really, it's everything to me. It's going well. I'm trying to, with COVID, it's been a little challenging, kind of trying to find a pocket where I can, get my training out of the way and then go coach the high jump as well, because technically I'm like, well, I was. Now this year I'm kind of going to be like the jack of all trades as far as the jumps go for meets this year, and really just helping out. But I love it. I really love it. And I really enjoy it.
What are some of those life lessons that you're trying to impart into young people? Some of those life lessons that you're trying to get?
Well, from a track standpoint, preparation, actually. And that's getting to bed on time, making sure you eat right, making sure you do your schoolwork. And I was talking to one of the freshman high jumpers. His name's Usman. And I was just telling him, like, obviously with COVID, everything's different, but it's with online schooling and things like that. But it's the same thing as it was weird to say, but like when I was in school, it was weird to say that. But it's the same thing. It's getting to bed on time, making sure you don't have a whole lot of options when it comes to campus food, but making sure you're eating the best way possible, doing your schoolwork, and well, now it's not going to parties, not things like that, and just being smart and not taking this opportunity that you have to be something, and not taking it for granted.
Wow, that's good stuff. This has really been a blessing for me just to hear and see how your maturity and where you are in life now. And I know God has even greater plans for you. Sure. To get to that goal of the Olympics, to that next level that you're working towards. And you're in a good spot. Look like you're in a good place. And I'm really proud of the fact that you're willing to give back. That your heart has been touched by others helping you, and now it's your turn to pay forward, so to speak. So I want to thank you for your time. And as we conclude, I want to encourage everyone to pick up a copy of the book, Uncommon Athletes, and read more about that preparation and making those adjustments in order to be successful. So my man, the state champion, long jumper, Eastern Michigan graduate, and on his way to the Olympics. So Cameron, I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Pastor Tim. I appreciate it.